Our service this evening will be led from Mishkan Tefillah for Shabbat, the prayer book of Reform Judaism. If you have a copy with you at your chair or at home, please join in, sing along, join in the prayers. If you don't, in the description of our YouTube channel, you'll find a link to a digital flip book and you can follow along as well. Or you can just sit back, enjoy, and share Shabbat together with us. Our opening song, appropriately enough, is Hine Matov. Please join us.
Hine Matov u'mana'im, shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'mana'im, shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov, Hine Matov, ya la 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 la. Hine Matov, Hine Matov, ya la 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 la. Hine Matov u'mana'im, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Hine Matov u'mana'im, shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'mana'im, shevet amim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'mana'im, shevet amim gam yachad.
With thanks to the Brotherhood No Rehearse Choir, I'd like to invite now Ray and Susan Allen to lead us in Candles and Kiddush. The congregation would turn to page 3 and rise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Please be seated. And our service continues on page 6. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to live lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let them drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. We turn now to Lecha Dodi as we welcome Shabbat on page 20. Turn now to page 28 for our call to worship. The Brotherhood. Please rise. Page 30. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. B'chokhmah potech sharim u'bivuna mishaneh etim u'machalif et hazmanim u'msader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night, distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari Aravim. We continue on page 33. We read together, as you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. Be seated and join me in the Ve'ahavta on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levovecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'vlechtecha v'aderech u'v'shoch b'cha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha V'hayu l'totafot beinenecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha. Lama'an tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, V'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liyot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Amen.
You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart, shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hands, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go it is eternally Egypt, that there's a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. Sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles on earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Please join me on page 43. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadow of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, ha-pores Seacat shalom, aleinu al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. You'll find the words to Yismechu at the bottom of page 44. Please join.
Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha. Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat.
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. We rise on page 46 for the Tefillah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el, Hagadol, Hagibor, V'hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Gula Livnei V'neihem L'ma'an Shemo Ba'ahava, Melech, Ozer, Moshiach, U'magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'ezrat Sarah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, God of our fathers and our mothers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Rachel, and God of Leah, the great, mighty, and awesome God, transcendent God, who bestows loving kindness, creates everything out of love, remembers the love of our fathers and our mothers, and brings redemption to their children's children for the sake of the divine name. Sovereign, deliverer, helper, and shield. Blessed are you, Adonai, Sarah's helper, Abraham's shield. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ezrat Sarah. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You cause wind to shift and rain to fall. You sustain life through love, giving life to all. Through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts, who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up, and faithfully giving life to all. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. You are holy. Your name is holy. And those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated as we turn to our prayer for peace, which can be found on page 60. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever, for you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvorech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom. Take a moment now for silent prayer. page 253, we turn to the Misha Berach, our prayer for healing, for hope, for courage to build a better world. We ask this blessing for all those members of our congregation in need of healing, of mind, of body, of soul, for those in hospitals and those in nursing homes, for all those who are struggling with this pandemic and all those who are giving strength and support and medical attention to bring them through. For all of us and all our world, we offer these words of prayer. It's my pleasure now to invite Michael Friedman, president of our Temple Brotherhood, to come forward and share words of all that's going on in Temple Brotherhood. But before he does, let me just say that as the long-term president of the Brotherhood, may of Esrim for 120 years, may you reign, and with the thanks of the entire congregation for everything you do from the beginning of the year and the Book of Remembrance to the very end as we take our Bernheim hike and all the things that come in between, for all you do for all of our families and for the children in our religious school, for everyone. Thank you.
You're welcome, Rabbi. First, I'd like to thank the Brotherhood No Rehearsal Choir for braving this storm, and Tom Seacat for coming here all the way from Shepherdstown? Shelbyville. So I don't know what it's like in Cleveland, Orlando Lakes, or Sparks Glencoe, but here in Louisville, it is snowing. So anyway, the motto of the Brotherhood has to do with men, women, children, members, and guests gathering together to enjoy each other's company for educational, charitable, and social purposes. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. This is what we say every Shabbat, but ironically, this prayer is probably one of the most bizarre in the entire Torah. It involves a mystic, an angel, a talking donkey, and of course, bad things that are supposed to happen to the Israelites. The story begins with Moses and the great multitude wandering just east of the Jordan River near the end of their 40-year hike. A Moabite king named Balak hired a very famous mystic named Berlow to curse the Israelites. And of course we know that the word curse is another word for annihilate. So what else is new? Balaam is riding his donkey on his way to deliver the curse when all of a sudden the donkey stops. Balaam tries to get the donkey to move 3 times. Finally, the donkey looks at Balaam and says, "Why are you beating me? Can't you see the angel in front of us carrying a fiery sword? He will certainly kill both of us." At that moment, God opens Balaam's eyes and was told not to curse the Hebrews. Balaam instead blesses the Israelites. Now, I'm not saying that Dr. Stanley Fragert is my famous predecessor, was a talking donkey, but he did open my eyes to the potential of the Brotherhood's involvement in our community. In good times, We have Hanukkah dinners, Purim dinners, Chinese dinners, there's a theme here, and we have guest speakers. Now, we still have poker the first Thursday night of every month. We're going to still have a Bernheim family hike in the spring. And on Father's Day, we're known for our very popular trap shooting event. And we hope to return to SOS for our community service project. The Brotherhood provides study Bibles to every B'nai Mitzvah. We give Kiddush cups to every confirmand. We give a Mensch award to the member of the confirmation class. We give cash rewards to high school seniors who win the Dr. Stanley Frater Memorial Scholarship. We receive donations to the Brotherhood Transportation Fund that helps elderly members come to high holiday services. And as a major fundraiser, we sell premium bottles of Fighting Isaac bourbon, which comes from Heaven Hill Distilleries. And actually, it's 13-year-old Elijah Craig bourbon. One benefit you are enjoying now is the streaming production through HD cameras, a premium sound system, and high-tech production equipment. All of this comes from a generous gift from the Niebuhr family and the Temple Brotherhood. I invite all of you to join the Temple Brotherhood and remember the Brotherhood when you make charitable donations. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you to the Brotherhood No Rehearse Choir. You've not rehearsed extremely well, and you sound wonderful, and we're glad to have all of you join us. We continue with the Aleinu, which can be found on page 283. The congregation would please rise. We read together in the middle of page 283. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else. Please be seated as we turn to page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. Page 291. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with the people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways that we remember. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed from this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and our neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and of loss, of life and death. This week in our congregation, we remember particularly the names of Joshua Fink, Raymond Allen Sr., Leah Israelson, Louise Barkas, Henry Cease, Flora Finkelstein, Howard Grossman, Murray C. Roberts, Ann R. Rosenbaum, Anna Taylor, Boris Elkin, Mildred Falk, Rosalind Jandel, Aaron Carl, Lonnie Nafuzzi, Ronya Tallis, Evelyn Weiss, Alfred Berg, Adrian Beyer, Fayette Linker, Irving Borshaw, Zelda Marks, Abraham Penner, George Berry, Clarice Gradman, Jean Martin, Hannah Newhoff, Magdalena Quintero, Louis Saracen, George Herman, Gilbert Levy, Ruth Siegel, Harry Wolf, M.J. Goldstein, D.A. Sachs Jr., Raymond Sales, Gertrude Feldman, Sadie Katz, Harold Rosen, Henry Temis, and two who died in recent days, Louis Mosen and David Tasman. Zichronam livracha. May their memories live on for a blessing in our hearts and in our lives as we rise for Kaddish, page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemeh Rabbah, bal ma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'galag uv'izman kari v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mavorach le'olam ulmei ulmai, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitnormam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei dekudishah b'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, damiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlom Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say together, amen. Our closing song, our closing blessing is Sabbath prayer. Please join us.
Israel a shining day.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Safe journeys home.